Chapter 1: Weapons of Influence. In the first chapter of Influence, The Psychology of Persuasion, Cialdini introduces the concept of influence and explores the 6 main weapons of influence that are commonly used to persuade people. These include reciprocation, commitment and consistency, social proof, liking, authority, and scarcity. Actionable steps. Understand the 6 main weapons of influence and how they can be used to persuade people. Look for opportunities to leverage these weapons in your own persuasive efforts, but use them responsibly and ethically. Be aware of when these weapons are being used against you, and don't be swayed by manipulative or unethical tactics. Chapter 2: Reciprocation, the old give and take. In Chapter 2, Cialdini explores the concept of reciprocation, which involves the idea that people feel obligated to repay others when they receive a favor or gift. He argues that reciprocation is a powerful tool for influence, and that it can be used to generate goodwill and build relationships. Actionable steps. Look for opportunities to give others something of value, whether that means a thoughtful gift, a helpful resource, or simply your time and attention. Use reciprocation as a way to build relationships and generate goodwill, but don't use it as a way to manipulate or pressure others. Be aware of when others are using reciprocation as a way to influence you, and don't feel obligated to repay them if their intentions are manipulative or unethical. Chapter 3: Commitment and Consistency, Hobgoblins of the Mind. In Chapter 3, Cialdini explores the concept of commitment and consistency, which involves the idea that people feel pressure to be consistent with their past behaviors and decisions. He argues that this pressure can be used to influence people and create a sense of commitment and loyalty. Actionable steps. Look for ways to encourage others to make small commitments, whether that means signing up for a newsletter or attending a free event. Use consistency as a way to build trust and loyalty with your audience by consistently delivering high-quality content and products. Be aware of when others are using consistency as a way to manipulate you, and don't feel pressured to remain committed to a decision or behavior if it no longer aligns with your values or goals. Chapter 4: Social Proof, Truths or Us. In Chapter 4, Cialdini explores the concept of social proof, which involves the idea that people look to others to determine how to behave in a given situation. He argues that social proof can be used to influence people and create a sense of credibility and legitimacy. Actionable steps. Look for opportunities to highlight positive social proof, such as customer reviews, testimonials, and social media followers. Use social proof as a way to build credibility and trust with your audience by demonstrating that others have had positive experiences with your products or services. Be aware of when social proof is being used to manipulate or pressure you, and don't feel obligated to follow the crowd if it goes against your values or goals. Chapter 5: Liking, the Friendly Thief. In Chapter 5, Cialdini explores the concept of liking, which involves the idea that people are more likely to say yes to those they like or perceive as similar to themselves. He argues that likability can be a powerful tool for influence, and that it can be used to build rapport and establish trust. Actionable steps. Look for opportunities to build rapport and establish a personal connection with your audience, whether that means sharing personal stories, using humor, or finding common interests. Use likability as a way to build trust and credibility with your audience by showing that you are trustworthy, reliable, and easy to work with. Be aware of when liking is being used to manipulate or pressure you, and don't be swayed by people who are using charm or flattery to get what they want. Chapter 6: Authority, Directed Deference. In Chapter 6, Cialdini explores the concept of authority, which involves the idea that people are more likely to comply with requests from those who are perceived as experts or in positions of power. He argues that authority can be a powerful tool for influence, and that it can be used to establish credibility and legitimacy. Actionable steps. Look for opportunities to establish your expertise and authority in your field, whether that means building your credentials, sharing your knowledge, or showcasing your experience. Use authority as a way to build credibility and trust with your audience by demonstrating that you have the knowledge and expertise to help them solve their problems. Be aware of when authority is being used to manipulate or pressure you, and don't be swayed by people who are using their status or position to make unreasonable demands. Chapter 7: Scarcity, the Rule of the Few. In Chapter 7, Cialdini explores the concept of scarcity, which involves the idea that people are more attracted to things that are rare or difficult to obtain. He argues that scarcity can be a powerful tool for influence, and that it can be used to create a sense of urgency and demand. Actionable steps. Look for opportunities to highlight scarcity in your marketing and sales efforts, whether that means emphasizing limited availability or creating time-limited offers. Use scarcity as a way to create a sense of urgency and demand by demonstrating that your products or services are valuable and in high demand. Be aware of when scarcity is being used to manipulate or pressure you, and don't be swayed by people who are creating a false sense of urgency or scarcity to get you to take action. In conclusion, Influence, The Psychology of Persuasion is a classic book that has had a major impact on the fields of psychology, marketing, and business. The book provides a comprehensive overview of the tactics and strategies that are commonly used to influence people, and offers a range of actionable steps and insights for entrepreneurs and business leaders looking